it has been a million years since I filmed a book video. That's not true, but it's been since February, because in February, me and my husband packed up all of our stuff and moved out of Texas, and we are currently living in Italy. We live in Turin, Italy. And I haven't been filming any book videos because, well, my books, they've been packed up. They have been on a boat in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, but now everything is unpacked. Well, this side of the bookcase, you see this part, that's my husband's books, and these are my books. I don't know if we're gonna be filming like this, I have no idea, but I really wanted to film a TBR jar, chooses my reads for July, because I haven't done any of these for a really long time. I've just been mood reading. I did pick my reads for February, and spoiler alert, I think I picked 5 books, and I'm pretty sure I read all 5 of those books as well. Yes, I did. And now I am gonna pick 5 more books, but actually I got a TBR card. This one is from IKEA. Listen, I'm Swedish. Gotta go IKEA, and I'm very excited. And actually one of the books, so this is not all the books I own that I haven't read. That's not what this is. This is all the books I haven't read that I'm like really wanting to read. And actually one more book is coming in on Friday, but this book right here, Light Wielder, I'm actually already reading. So I'm gonna pick this one out because technically I am already reading this one. I'm actually listening to it, audiobook, and I am like 7-8 chapters in. So I'm not that far in. So I've only read, like, listened to maybe like this much of the book. I still have a long way to go. But I am currently reading that book, so we are gonna take that one out. Plus, I am going on a travel trip with a book Instagrammer or book TikTok. I think she's on TikTok too. I think Instagram might be her main. I have no idea. And they're doing a book club. Oh my god, this is so heavy. And it's this one. This is The City of Gods and Monsters by Kayla Edwards. And it is 730 pages. Love that for me. So I am going to be reading this one too. So I already have 2 hunks of books for July. So these are already picked out because I am going to be reading both of those in July. I'm actually filming this in June. So technically I've already started with the Light Wielder. But I'm going to pick 5 prompts. And if I can't find anything in these cards, I'm gonna go check in my bookshelves because I do have more books there that I haven't read. Also, my Kindle. If I can't find any here, because I do have some things downloaded on my Kindle too. And I am gonna film the next video you're gonna see on this channel. It's gonna be a reading wrap up, all the books that I've read since I started moving, which is, spoiler alert, 36 books, which sounds like a lot, but it's quite a few months. So honestly, it isn't that much, but I don't even remember the prompts. Do you remember the prompts? I know that one of these colors is old, one of these is new. New prompts by me, old prompts by me, and one of them is prompts that you suggested. We're gonna see which is, oh my god, one fell out. We're gonna see which is which now. I actually really like sitting on the floor. It's feeling very old school YouTube. Enemies to Lovers. I'm pretty sure that this is, honestly, can I pick Light Wielder for this one? I think I actually might. I'm currently reading this one, and this one is a enemies to lovers, almost like reluctant allies to lovers, to enemies again, and I am assuming it's gonna be back to lovers. So honestly, I'm actually gonna pick this one because I already, is that boring? But I have to read that book. I started it, okay? It fits in. What else do I have? Do I have anything that would, I'm sure I have, because literally probably everything here is that, right? I've also heard great things about this book, To Cage a Wild Bird. I think this one is too. In the city of Dividium, the law is simple: commit a crime and your punishment is a life sentence in Endlock, a prison where the wealthy hunt inmates for sport. That's crazy. Raven Thorn is Dividium's most notorious bounty hunter, living on the edge of society, but when her younger brother Jed is sentenced to Endlock, okay, so her brother is sentenced to jail, Raven will do anything to save him, even if it means getting herself arrested. Okay, so she's gonna go into prison to save him. Trapped in a prison with the danger lurks around every corner, Raven must use all her cunning and strength to protect Jed and herself if she is to complete her perilous mission. There's one obstacle she never expected, the prison guard who stirs something deep inside her. The man she should hate, the man whose true motives seems impossible to pin down. Okay, this is also enemies to lovers. I mean, we all read the same thing here. Like, we know where this is going. I have heard nothing but good things about this. One of the books that I read over Christmas, I read Us Dark Few. Us Dark Few, and the second book is called Us Deadly Few. Dystopian. Listen, the dystopian era is back. I'm so excited. Also, I started an Instagram. I will leave my book Instagram down below, and I will also leave my Goodreads down below if you want to keep up with my reading as we go, because I'm a little bit more active on those places. Not that I'm not active here, but basically it's easier to do an Instagram post than it is to do a YouTube video. But this is also dystopian, and I've heard nothing but good things about this one. So, okay, I'll do 2 books for enemies to lovers. How about that? No more cheating. That is also a thick one. Apparently all I'm doing in July is reading, not working. Let's do pink one. Okay, so I think blue one might have been me. This one is a book that's been on your TBR for 1+ years. I am 100% sure that a couple of these, I have some romance books here. I am 100, no, this one. We're gonna read this one. That was so easy. This is Ambrosia by C.N. Crawford. This is the second book in the duology. This is a romantasy duology. I really loved the first one. The first one was called Frost. It is like a what if. It is the modern world, and there is a hidden alternate Fae universe that is connected to our world, and that's how it's working right now. It's like a what if there was a Fae universe connected to ours. And the main character literally finds out her boyfriend is cheating on her in the beginning. She ends up getting caught up in this almost like bachelorette for the Fae prince kind of a thing. It is actually a really entertaining and funny book. It is fast-paced, it is funny, there is a couple of laugh out loud moments, and this is the second ending, and for some reason this has been on my TBR for 1+ years and I haven't read it. I even have it downloaded in my Kindle too. This will be the month. I'm gonna finish this duology. If you didn't know, I do have a challenge for myself for 2026 to finish 10 book series that I have started and just finish them. This is duology, but listen, it counts. It counts, okay, it counts. And so far I have actually finished, I think, 6 or 7 series. I also do count contemporary romance series in that, because usually they're so long. I've literally finished up a couple of romance series that has like 5 books. So I think that counts. I've been doing pretty good, and I'm actually really excited about it, because there's one thing, I mean, To Catch a Wild Bird, I don't know if that's a series or not, but I'm pretty sure that this one is a series, and like starting series like Wielder is, I think that this one is a duology, but the universe is going to continue, if I'm not mistaken. This is if I didn't say, this is the follow-up to Metal Slinger, which was a 5-star read for me, and I absolutely love Metal Slinger. It ended in a crazy cliffhanger. I think everybody knows. Not maybe know the cliffhanger, but everybody knows that there is a cliffhanger in Metal Slinger. This one does not start right after the cliffhanger. I actually think that this starts in a very innovative way. I know some people, this has been giving mixed reviews. So far, I am enjoying it. It actually starts sometime after the cliffhanger. And I'm enjoying a new spin on how to write sequels in romantasy, because sometimes everything becomes a little samey. So I actually am enjoying that. So 2 prompts, 4 books. I'm doing great. You're doing great, sweetie. This is another pink one. Wait, let me do a yellow one. This one. I don't know what it says, but just so we can see, because I don't remember again which one is from you and which one is from me. Adult fantasy. I think the pink ones might be your suggestions, the blue ones might be the old ones, and the yellow might be the new one. I might be mistaken. And if you remember what is the correct one, please let me know. This one is adult fantasy. I literally just picked out so many. I really want to read The Ballad of the Fallen Dragons, which is one of my most anticipated reads of this year. But I've been in a little bit of a reading slump, which you might not believe when I say that I've read 36 books. But the thing is that I have not been reading at the same pace or with the same love and passion that I have been, because my life has been so stressful and crazy. And because this is such an anticipated read for me, I don't want to pick it up and read it and be in the wrong headspace. So I am not going to pick that one, simply because I'm going to read that one when I feel like it, because I loved When the Moon Hatched so much. That is literally one of my most brilliant 5-star reads I've ever read. I absolutely love that book, and I've heard nothing but good things about the sequel, and I just don't want to ruin it. I don't want to ruin it. So another adult fantasy. Is it time for me to read The Assassin's Blade? Is this even adult fantasy? So this is the prequel to Throne of Glass. Throne of Glass is one of my absolute favorite series of all time, but I have been dreading reading this one because I do know we're going to meet some characters that I know are not with us anymore, because again, I've read the series. So this is basically the backstory to Selena Sardothian, and I do want to read it just to be like, because some people say you should read this before Throne of Glass. I haven't even read this, and I still say don't read this before Throne of Glass. I say read the 2 first books and then read this as a third. And I'm not the only one saying this. Sarah J. Maas, the author of these books, also says read this as book number 3, so you don't spoil one of the biggest reveals in like fantasy books that I've read, so that there's no way that you're spoiling it. I love how the first and the second book led up to the big reveal in the end of the second book, and I would hate for that feeling to be ruined by Assassin's Blade. So I haven't read this, but I do know what it's about. Again, it's I think it's 5. It is 5 prequel stories, smaller stories leading up to the backstory of things that happen in Throne of Glass. And if I'm not mistaken, again, the author said read this as book number 3, and if I'm not mistaken, they were written after as well. So this one is Selena Sardothian. She is an assassin, and this is definitely her backstory of some of the things that come up during the people that she meets and knows from before in Throne of Glass. And this is the backstory to like, okay, so what happened? What's the backstory? How does she know these people? What are these things that they are talking about that they experienced together? This book is about that. And it is the assassin and the pirate lore, the assassin and the healer, the assassin and the desert, the assassin and the underworld, and the assassin and the empire. Is it time? Is it time? I haven't read it because I am dreading that I won't like it. Okay, I'll pick it. We'll see. I'm gonna try. I always read all my books in on my TBR list, but this is the one where I'm like, I already have so many adult fantasies. This is the one where I'm like, don't hold your breath. Okay, don't hold your breath. Okay, this is number 4, another blue one. And if we have guessed right, this is an old one. A book with, oh gosh, everybody always says like, oh, you write so pretty. I do not write pretty. Literally cannot read this. A book with gods. A book with gods. Literally any of these, I would assume. I don't even know if I want that. I don't want to pick another. Okay, wait. Let me actually put that one back, because I don't want to read another heavy fantasy, and I know that several of these here books that I've already picked have gods. So let's actually not do that. I mean, I know this one has. I don't want another one. Okay, let's do something else. I'll do another blue, although it's connected to yellow. I guess we're doing this one. A book with a 4-word title. Let me actually go get my Kindle, because I was really serious about this. Let me go get my Kindle, because I could technically do Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, but let me double check, because I have some things on my Kindle that I want to read too. Okay, let's start her up and let's see what we have. Waking Up. Come on, baby. Library. So, I have read all of these. That one has 2 words. All Too Well, One More Round, Fevered Dream, Not Enough. In Her Own League by Liz Tom 40 is on here. Maybe I'll pick that one. Actually, yes. I will pick In Her Own League instead, because it is a book that I have been looking forward to reading. I'm gonna have to pop it up here somewhere. It is by Liz Tom 40, and it is a kind of it's not part of the Windy City series, which is one of the series that actually just finished up, but it is like a loose continuation. It's like a spin-off with 2 of the characters that we have known as like side characters throughout the series. It is about them and their love story, and I'm very excited. So I'm gonna be reading In Her Own League by Liz Tom 40, which honestly, great pick. Love that for me. Okay, what 1, 2, 3, 4. I was confused because these are 4. Who will even in it? Okay, let me do a yellow one. A book other disliked. This is interesting because technically I know Light Wheeler has been getting some mixed reviews. I also know, but I just read Fury Bound, which honestly I didn't love either. Book that others disliked. What have I seen others dislike? This is so hard because I don't know if I have anything here that I've seen other people dislike. I don't think I have anything because, again, Light Wheeler, I have seen and heard some mixed reviews, but that's already on the list. And then we have Fury Bound. I also saw some mixed reviews, and again, I didn't love the book, but I already read it. And then also Rights of the Starling, I saw some mixed reviews, but I actually ended up loving it. So I don't have a book right now where I can remember seeing some bad reviews. I'm gonna put it back because this is gonna fit in the future. There's definitely gonna be a time and place for that, because there's always gonna be books that, you know, others dislike that you're like intrigued by. Because I don't always agree with other people's reviews, and I don't think people always agree with my reviews. This is easier. A book others loved. How fun is that those came after each other? Isn't that so funny? So you know what I'm gonna read? Again, I am gonna finish up a book series, and this is going to be After the Rain by Amber Palmer. I have it downloaded here on my Kindle, and this is going to be the 3rd and final book. I'm pretty sure that this is the 3rd and final book in the trilogy. This is a cowboy romance by Amber Palmer, and the reason why I'm picking this is because as I'm going to a travel trip, there is a book trip actually here to Italy, and the girl who is arranging the trip that I am going to, which I'm so excited about, one of her favorite authors is Amber Palmer, and she's been talking so much about this series. And I did read the 2 first parts, and I really enjoyed the first one. I thought the second one was okay, and I'm really excited to read the 3rd and final one. So I'm gonna read that one and finish up another series as reading a book that others love, because I know at least that she loves it. So hopefully we'll agree, because I do know that we do have a similar taste when it comes to books overall. So the books that I'm picking, I'm really excited. I'm picking 2 like Kindle Unlimited books. I'm picking After the Rain by Amber Palmer. I am picking In Her Own League by Liz Tom 40. The Assassin's Blade, finally, by Sarah J. Maas. I can't believe I haven't read this. Ambrosia by C.N. Crawford. And City of Gods and Monsters by Kayla Edwards. This is, I've heard this book is supposed to be, some people say it's got the same feeling as Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas, which makes me very excited because I love Crescent City. And some people say this isn't like an actual like copy of Crescent City, which again doesn't make me too upset either because I love Crescent City. So I'm not hoping I'm gonna really enjoy this one. So this is my 3rd fantasy, Light Wielder, which is the sequel to Metal Slinger by Rachel Snyder, which one of my favorite books in my collection, and to Cage a Wild Bird by Brooke Fast, which is a dystopian book, and I'm so back into dystopian books. I am so excited. I have a couple more that I want to read. Maybe I'll do a video about it. Maybe I'll do something on my Instagram, but I don't know. I'm just very excited. So I have 1 dystopian. I have 4 fantasy or romantasy, and have 2 contemporary romances, one of them being a cowboy romance and one of them being a sports romance. I feel like it's a really good mix, although this is a lot of books. I'm really hoping I'm able to finish it. I will be reading Light Wielder, and I will start City of Gods and Monsters after, because those are the 2 books that I really need to finish, at least the City of Gods and Monsters before the trip. And I'm excited. Let me know if you picked any books that you want to read for July. Let me know if you're excited about any of the new books that are coming out. Is there something that you would like me to read? I would love to hear about it. All the books that I'm talking about, if you're like, what was she talking about? I always link the books that I'm talking about down in the description box, so that you can check them out as well, in case you're interested in maybe purchasing them or borrowing them at Kindle Unlimited, or maybe borrowing them at your local library. And if you want to know more about my moving to Italy and everything, I'll try and remember and leave a video or 2 about that as well, because I did talk about that on my main channel, and also in my description box you can find my main makeup channel, my main makeup Instagram, my book Instagram, my Goodreads, and all of that good stuff. I hope you're having a great day. I'm so excited to be back posting some book content. Let me know what you think about this setup. Do you think this is an okay setup, or do you want me to be somewhere else? I'm open for suggestions, and I'll see you soon in a new video.